Typically use the same polling locations over and over and over here in Wyandotte County, but a lot of them are churches.
When Kansas voters head to the polls tomorrow, many voters will be casting their ballots in churches to determine the future of abortion in the state. Many religious organizations and churches have supported voting yes on that amendment with financial donations and signs on their property. I'm Lauren Halifax.
I'm Kevin Barry. It's giving election commissioners one more thing to think about now when they try to make sure they run a fair election tomorrow.
This one's generated a few more calls because it obviously is a very emotional ballot issue. Also, just the heat and the summer environment kind of puts people on edge as well.
But Johnson County Election Commissioner Fred Sherman says he figured that would be the case when the Value Them Both amendment was put on the ballot, knowing how many churches he has to use as polling locations.
In Johnson County here, we're going to have 146 polling locations on Election Day. Of the 146, 92 of them, almost 2/3, are in a church or a religious facility.
Various churches have been supporting voting yes on that amendment, which would overturn a Kansas Supreme Court ruling that decided the state constitution preserves the right to an abortion. Critics claim if Issue 2 passes, it could be the first step towards banning abortion. Supporters point out that a ban isn't on Tuesday's ballot. The issue, though, is how close those signs are to where thousands of people will walk in to vote.
Everybody has the right to get out and vote, but they shouldn't be bothered. They shouldn't be interrupted.
That's why Wyandotte County Election Commissioner Michael Abbott says churches that serve as polling places in his county have to abide by state law, keeping any political signs at least 250 feet away from the entrance. But on top of that, both he and Commissioner Sherman say they've asked churches to go a step farther.
So probably more April and May is when we had the conversations with them about, it's okay to have whatever signs they want up until Election Day, but on Election Day we asked them to take their signs down.
We've also had an agreement with all the polling sites that they would not post anything on their property on Election Day.
A quick check this afternoon found most of the churches we drove by don't have any signs up, with roughly 12 hours until the polls open. City Center Church in Lenexa, though, still had these banners out. The pastor told us over the phone they're at the very front of the church property, and since the entrance to the polling location is all the way in the back, he expects the signs to stay out tomorrow. Now, Commissioner Sherman tells Fox 4 that his team will look at all their polling sites tomorrow and handle any concerns as best they can before the voting starts. If anybody, though, has any concerns about what they see at their polling place tomorrow, you can report it to your county election office, and they'll keep a record of those calls and handle any issues that do need attention. You can find that information under this story on our website, fox4kc.com.